Making our headlines this Thursday, December 11th. We speak directly with Customs and Border Control about two major drug interceptions. Immigration debate continues in Parliament, and the Cayman Islands are being represented in 3-on-3 basketball in the Bahamas. Good evening and welcome to CIGtv News, the official source for the latest and most accurate government information. I'm Levita Thompson. The Customs and Border Control Service has intercepted two major drug importation attempts, seizing more than 75 pounds of illegal drugs and arresting 5 people in 2 separate operations. On October 24th, officers found 15 pounds of ganja and 52 ecstasy pills in a shipment from Jamaica. Then on November 25th, a shipment from the U.S. was flagged, leading officers to 61 pounds of ganja and a quantity of mushrooms. We met with Deputy Director Marlon Bodden to learn more about the operations and continued efforts to enhance security at Cayman's borders.
We are an agency for the Cayman Islands Government that looks after the collection and protection of revenue. We also have the very key responsibility for making sure that the safety and security of the Cayman Islands citizens, its visitors and residents, the environment is kept safe from any form of prohibited or restricted goods.
Deputy Director Bodden expressed the importance of partnership with local and international law enforcement, as well as community awareness in reporting and intercepting criminal activity.
Now, the beauty of having a domestic and international cooperation is that we have seen from years back that no one country are able to win the war on drugs. So international cooperation is excellent in the terms of its overreach, because drug trafficking in particular is transnational. It goes past different borders. Individuals move around. They actually come to different countries and they do a lot of things that are not right. So those international partnerships help us to share intelligence, data, get assistance with training, development. If we have to do extradition, all of those type of different things are very important to us having international partnerships. And of course, if there's any loopholes in legislation, we help with each other to try to block those, because it's not only a domestic intervention, but an international intervention in relation to drug trafficking.
Mr. Bodden closed by encouraging persons to abstain from criminal activities, and also the service's plan to recruit more Caymanians in 2026.
In the new year, we're supposed to have start another cohort of new recruits into the to hopefully to induct them into the officer cadre of the Customs and Border Control Service. We continue to encourage individuals to choose wonderful careers. In this kind of career, every day is something different that you have to do. And it's very fulfilling. It depends on your drive and motivation and where you want to take your career. The key message that I want to drive is this: we do not want and we do not love to see an individual get into problems and go to prison, because that's a lot of potential that is being lost in that regard. However, if we need to do it, we will. And our encouragement is to try to steer away from illegal activity. We have seen a lot of persons' lives got destroyed, houses being taken away from people, cars, assets, all of that being done as a result of people being involved in illegal activities. So my message to individuals, just be honest. There's a lot of opportunities in the Cayman Islands where you can involve yourself in good education, get good jobs and so on. But take your time, walk slowly through the park, be lawful, and be good citizens.
Customs and Border Control falls under the portfolio of District Administration and Home Affairs. Immigration reform took center stage as Parliament met Wednesday for the 5th sitting of the 3rd meeting. Minister for Caymanian Employment and Immigration, the Honourable Michael Miles, outlined the proposed amendments he says are economically necessary, aiming to increase accountability, deter job hopping, and ensure Caymanians receive fair priority in the workforce.
We are no longer standing at the crossroads. The decision today is about putting politics aside, speaking truth to power, prioritizing our people, and having an unapologetic courage to do the right thing for our country. We can continue down the road of abstaining from progress, overwhelmed systems, and Caymanians feeling like strangers in our own country. Or we can choose a different path. We can choose the path of reform that inspires hope. We can choose the path, thank you. We can choose the path of courage. We can choose the path that says our people matter, our people come first, and our people deserve better.
Acting Deputy Governor Eric Bush confirmed that term limits for non-Caymanians in the civil service will also be introduced through upcoming legislation.
The NCFC government is delighted to have approved the honorarium, Mr. Speaker, and we thank the acting Deputy Governor, the portfolio of the Civil Service, and the Ministry for Social Development for unanimously supporting these proposals. The Civil Service will provide details of the timing and details of distribution later this week. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and God bless the people of the Cayman Islands.
Premier Honorable Andre Ebanks announced a one-time $500 honorarium for civil servants, seafarers, pensioners, and long-term assistance recipients, saying it will help lift Christmas spirits amid economic pressures. Members also addressed other legislative business, including the withdrawal of the Administrative Appeals Tribunal Bill for further review and the introduction of the Submarine Cable Bill to strengthen telecom resilience. Remember, you can watch parliamentary proceedings live on our Cayman Islands Government YouTube and cable channels. Now for today's sports news. The Cayman Islands 3-on-3 basketball delegation has arrived in Nassau for the Caribbean Cup 3-on-3 tournament and training camp, joining 5 other top regional teams for a week of elite development and competition. The FIBA-led event includes high-performance training for under-23 athletes, referee and coaching clinics, management workshops, and a youth tournament, part of a wider effort to grow 3-on-3 basketball across the Caribbean. Cayman will face off against Bahamas, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, and Haiti with official men's and women's competitions set for December 11th and 13th. Representing Cayman are men's players Derek Ebanks, Alwyn Buttram Jr., Nathaniel Anderson, and Brian Ebanks, and women's players Vivian Worrell, Arlene Ebanks, Atira White, and Jamie Rankin. Cayman is also fully represented with coaches, referees, and administrators, all part of a regional push to strengthen the future of 3-on-3 basketball. Let's take a look at our weather forecast. Moisture in the northwest Caribbean and a trough near Honduras will bring occasional showers over the Cayman area. Tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies, a 40% chance of showers, and possible thunder. Lows fall to the mid to upper 70s, winds pick up out of the northeast overnight, while seas will stay slight at 1 to 3 feet. For local weather updates, be sure to visit the Cayman Islands National Weather Service website, weather.gov.ky, and follow their Facebook page for the most reliable coverage. If you're watching us on the CIG YouTube channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed with the facts straight from the source. That's all for today's news brief. I'm Levita Thompson. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.